A Fulton County grand jury investigating possible election fraud after the 2020 presidential election was back in action today.
Well, that special grand jury will examine allegations of criminal wrongdoing and efforts to overturn the results in Georgia. Fox 5 senior I-Team reporter Dale Russell joins us now from the Fulton County Courthouse.
And Dale, you spoke to one of the key people subpoenaed to testify.
We did. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, and he could be possibly the first witness or one of the first witnesses to testify tomorrow. But today, think of it as the first inning of a long 9-inning game for Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis and her staff. It's for the first time they had a chance to lay out their case for this special grand jury that will be investigating this case for the next few months. Security around the Fulton County Courthouse was on display Wednesday morning as the special grand jury investigating former President Donald Trump and others was set to begin. A number of Fulton County Sheriff's deputies were on hand, some with rifles, some with bomb-sniffing dogs, walking the perimeter as grand jurors quietly headed in, masked and unnoticed. Security was stepped up after Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis received threats after she announced the formation of a special grand jury.
What I can tell you is I don't think that this is a joke.
A source told us Wednesday was for Willis and her team to give grand jurors an overview of what the DA's office has already learned from some 50 witnesses who volunteered information and give grand jurors a blueprint of what is to come.
Move them this way!
The Fulton County Special Grand Jury will examine whether anyone broke the law during the tumultuous days leading up to the January 6th attack on the nation's capital. Anyone, including former President Donald Trump.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
On a recorded phone call following his election defeat, the then president directly urged Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to throw out what Mr. Trump alleged to be fraudulent votes, which would give him the electoral victory.
We are looking at the issues surrounding the 2020 election. That call is part of that investigation.
There it is, right in front of our faces.
The grand jury is also expected to hear testimony regarding Rudy Giuliani's claims before the Georgia legislature of stolen votes, claims that have been proven wrong.
To find out what happened, to make sure it never happens again.
And Senator Lindsey Graham's call to Secretary of State Raffensperger when Graham asked the Secretary of State if he could throw out all the absentee ballots in a county that had a high number of mismatched signatures on mail-in votes. Senator Graham's spokesperson earlier told us it was a ridiculous accusation. He said Senator Graham never asked the Secretary of State to disqualify a ballot cast by anyone. Are you nervous at all?
No.
Why not?
Because we followed the law and we followed the Constitution.
The key witness in the grand jury investigation, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, set to testify Thursday about a phone call he received in January 2021. Then President Donald Trump, who had narrowly lost Georgia, called Raffensperger and urged him to find enough votes to reverse the election results in Trump's favor. In his book, Integrity Counts, Raffensperger wrote, "I felt then and still believe today that this was a threat." Would you tell them that you felt pressured by the president?
I heard what the president said, and I understand that he has tremendous positional power, but I also know that we followed the law and we followed the Constitution.
And now, that special purpose grand jury will hear Raffensperger's testimony and much more from potentially dozens of subpoenaed witnesses, with the task of deciding whether the grand jury believes a crime was committed. We're expecting a good bit of testimony tomorrow, including Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, as we mentioned, and also we reached out to former President Donald Trump's spokesperson for a comment about the grand jury and our story tonight, and we did not hear back from anyone. Reporting live from the Fulton County Courthouse, Dale Russell, Fox 5 News.
All right, Dale, as you know, the whole country watching what's happening here right now.